All right, so I'm gonna attempt to remove this little metal USB thing from this USB port. As you can see, this they had a USB device plugged in, and then the metal piece got stuck in there. If you look at the, let me see, do they have a normal one? No, nope, this isn't a normal one. This one expands, but yeah, normally it won't have that in there. So let's see if we can get this thing out. All right. So first, I'm gonna just use some needle nose pliers and see. Nope. Okay. So first thing we gotta do is we gotta push this inwards a little so we can have something to grip on. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just use a small. You can use if you have a small plastic tool that's kind of thin, like this, and then kind of expands towards the top. This could help you get in between the two pieces, and then you can see it's kind of bending inwards. Okay. And we'll get in there and see. And actually, this is helping it raise up slightly. So there's a lot of methods you can use. One other method you can use is, let me see, this might be the easiest method. So I'm gonna do this with some tape. So we'll get some, just some packaging tape here. I'm gonna see if this will work. So I'm gonna try and cut it about the width of this. Okay, so let's go ahead and cut a piece here. Alright, so now that we've cut that, we have this little thin strip of tape, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this tape, and I'm going to just push it in here. Make sure that the sticky part is facing the metal piece. And we'll just get that all the way down as far as we can, okay? And then obviously once you get that in there, you can use a little thin tool to help push this in, stick it onto the wall. And you can even help push that onto the wall while you pull this. So let's see if we can pull it out now. One other thing I would recommend, if you have access to the other side, you can actually even fold it over slightly. So I'm gonna fold it over, and I'm gonna get it in between in that hole. So that way I can sandwich it in between on both sides, okay? So let's see if we can do that. Oh, it's stuck to the other thing. So we gotta be a little bit careful here. I can pull it up slightly, and you can actually see we have a little access to the metal sticking up, and that will help actually. So while we're kind of holding that up, we'll tilt this over, and then we'll try and angle this downwards. Oh no, it's sticking to itself. But yeah, hopefully you get the idea. I'll stick a little corner into there. Okay, now that I got a corner edge piece in, I'm gonna just sandwich it, stick the two pieces together. Can use a thin tool again to kind of help push it onto the back, push it onto the front, and then we should be able to. Nope, that didn't work. Let's try a different tape that's a little bit stickier. So I have this thinner tape. We'll try this. Okay, this tape is a little floppier, so it might be a little more difficult, but it's stickier. So let's see if that will work. Right, obviously there's several ways you can do this, so this isn't the only way, but whatever works for you, okay? I'm assuming this will probably be the most common way that most people can do. So we'll get this all the way down to the bottom again, stick that on. Okay, again, I'm gonna just push this onto here, get the tape in. Be careful that you don't bend the little USB part there, okay? Now that we've got that, I'm going to pull it up slightly. You can see it's popping out a little. I'm going to fold this over and see if we can stick it together like before. Okay, it's being a little tricky, so I'm going to try and use the needle nose pliers to kind of help hold it up a little. If you can use the needle nose pliers to help pull this out, but it seems like it's stuck in there real good, so I don't know what it's caught on. Alright, we're going to try and get this folded over. Wow, this is gonna be kind of tricky. Get that in. It kind of went. Let's try and stick the two pieces together. Okay. There we go. And kind of fold it back and forth so it sticks together well. And let's see if we can pull it out now. It's kind of coming up, but not quite. I'm gonna keep pressure on here just to kind of keep the tape holding it better, and see we can kind of use that to wiggle and pull it. Wow, I don't know, it's stuck in there real good. I don't know what it's caught on. So I guess let's try the needle nose pliers again. Since we kind of got it to come up a little, we can kind of grab it. But it's stuck in there really strong. I don't know. That's crazy. Okay. I guess we'll have to, there's only one other thing we can do. Use a little tape, hold on to it really strong, and then see. I'm not sure where it's being grabbed from. That's the problem. I have a feeling there's some little pins or something sticking out that it's getting caught on. Okay, we'll put the tape in there again. Stick it onto the USB port. I'm going to pull it up, and then let's see if I can grab it with the needle nose pliers here. And try and wiggle and pull. Wow, that thing's stuck in there really good. Yeah, I don't know here. Oh, actually, it's kind of coming up. There we go. So now we can kind of get it up. You can use any pliers that you can kind of grab a hold of this, but you can see now it's almost out, and there we go. So most likely it has little things that were getting caught on this, but yeah, that's how you get that out. I don't know, whichever way works for you, depending how bad it's stuck. Another thing that might work, depending how it's caught in there. So I'm assuming this was getting caught. What you can do is you can get like an aluminum can, just like a soda can or whatever, really thin aluminum can. Cut it small enough to fit in between here. So if you look at, so basically you'd have something like this, super thin, and you just wedge it in between, shove it down there, and that should disengage those little clips. I don't have a can on hand to show you that. Maybe I can do that with a thick piece of paper or something. Let me see. Do I have something I can use? I'll try it with plastic since I have a plastic piece. So I'll push that back in. All right. I'm punishing myself right now because now that's going to be annoying again. But let me see, because I want to find out if there's an easier way to do this so that if you guys have to do this, it won't be so difficult. All right. So I have this plasticky stuff. We're gonna see if we can cut a shim here. All right, so I'll cut a piece. You'll want to use like a USB just to see how wide it is. So if you look at this, the plastic's a little bit wider, so we're gonna obviously cut it a little more narrow. Okay, so just like that. Let's see if this works. Okay. So, and you also want it longer than a USB port, okay? So that way it can go further down. So let me show you here. This is what the USB looks like, and this is what the plastic shim. So when I shove it in, it's basically gonna go in and cover those holes. So if something like, what happens is when you slide this in, it's like this, and then it clicks into those holes. So what's happening is when you push this basically from the other side, because normally you would be sliding the USB in this way. So those clips are still going to be like that. You push it, it'll pull those clips up and cover the holes. So that's my idea. Let's go ahead and see if that works. And if you want to know which side to do it on, you can see where the connector is. You do it on that side, okay? The side that the connector is on. And you go behind the metal piece, okay? So I'm going to get this, shove it behind there, okay, and we're gonna just wedge that in and push that down. And now that that's in there, let's try the tape and see if it comes out easier. So you can see this plastic wedge is back there, okay? So let me get a thing of tape again, and then let's try and see if it comes out easier. All right, so I'm gonna cut a small piece of tape again. Assuming that's how the USB thing holds itself in place, this should work a lot better. Okay, this time I put this tape is a little thin, but let's see. Okay, so we'll just get that tape. Oops, sorry, I know my hand's getting in the way, but you basically get the tape in there. Okay, my hand's gonna be in the way, I'm sorry. But get that in, and then while I'm kind of holding it out, I'm gonna push the tape against the metal piece there, okay? All right, and now that we have the plastic shim in that, let's see if we can pull it up. I'm gonna kind of wiggle it as I pull. Oh, it's still really tough. So let's try and push that plastic piece down there and pull again. Wow, so actually that didn't really help. Now I'm wondering how it's actually holding. So let's see, we're gonna use the needle nose pliers again. Luckily it comes up slightly so that I can grab it and then, oops, sorry, and then I can grab and wiggle the thing, but now I'm curious, how is it attaching there? Let me get this in there. Okay, and then we'll grab this again and wiggle, 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 sideways, sideways. Wow. Come on. Come on. Oh, it's coming higher. There we go. Okay. Are the clips on the side? No, there's little dimples there. Huh. I don't know now. But this plastic just came off easily. Let me try putting my USB device in there. Yeah, I'm not too sure. Oh, was it upside down? Okay, I think I put it upside down. So the little holes, the holes actually face this way, okay? So I put the holes facing the wrong way. So if that's the case, then, right, you see how this goes? It has the holes there. So it plugs in that way. Let's try this one more time. Plug it in there. Let's get the plastic shim in between if it's possible. I don't know. Okay, get the shim in there. Wedge in between, and I think that just pushed that metal thing further deeper in. So maybe this won't work, but let's try. Okay, I got the tape here. This tape was already used, so it's not going to grip as well, but let's see what happens. I'll stick that on there, and let's try and pull. And no, that didn't do anything. So, I don't know. That's weird. I don't know how it's getting caught there. I hope I didn't make this permanently stuck after taking it out multiple times, but let's see. Oh, actually, the other way you can use, if you get some kind of hook tool, you can see I pulled it like that. So that seems to work, at least partially. Got it up, and now I can wiggle that out. Interesting. I don't know if this actually reached. Oh, actually, you can see these pliers, the little teeth can actually reach in there. So yeah, maybe they have some kind of removal tool to do this that works easier if it's like a hook shaped and then can just plug in and grab it. But anyways, that's pretty much it. I don't know if this video is going to help anyone, but shows you some of the stuff I have to deal with, some kind of things I need to work with. And actually, there's the holes on this side and the holes on this side, so I'm confused now. Anyways, it's good now. So that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Let's drop this. Bye.